All right, we are back at my spot to rip this thing. After I calibrated it, off camera, I did move the battery tray forward. The only reason I moved it forward was to get the body on and off easier. Because the way I have the batteries, I actually like the batteries to the rear and not to the front, but I'm not jumping it right now. So until I can figure out battery packs that will go in here without doing it this way, this is the way it's going to be. So if you watched part 1, you know the issue I'm working on. Now the body sits flat because it's above, it's in where that cage needs to be. But I'm working on a, feels like a drag brake or something going on. Oh, I nailed the trigger and the front would not come up. Oh, low voltage cut. No? Just, it seemed like it lost power there for a second.
Oh, it's got a brake thing.
What I'm getting at is, did you hear that noise? Here, I'll play it again. Yeah, I guess I was a little bugged by some of the comments that people left in the prior videos. I get it, because I'm sometimes too quick of a judge myself. I ain't perfect.
So we recalibrated it. See, the RC should roll like that. When you hit the trigger, it should continue to roll. It shouldn't lock up any kind of brake. I can feel the steering is less now that I set the steering trim to not bind. It doesn't turn as sharp. I think if I want to change that with the end points on the steering, I'd have to get a metal servo support to stop all that flex in the servo. Yeah, it doesn't turn as sharp at all. You really got to whip it to turn. Yep. Still hitting some sort of brake or something. Like that was okay. Right there you can hear the click. Yeah, it's like a choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. Like the motor literally is braking. Try turning the throttle. Oh, that's the reverse. That's the forward. Let me try it right there. It did it, and then I had to brake or I was going to run into myself. Turning. Yeah. Right off the curb. It's still doing it. It's a choo. Just nose dives. Might up these endpoints a little bit. Think I backed them off a little too far. I am going to make a change to the tune before I change out this controller. So let's grab my tuner. I was going to upgrade my V2 tuner, but the software's not out yet. So what I want to change is the BEC voltage, brake force, reverse strength, brake strength, neutral range. I want to change number 7 to 12 wide now. Item 7 is at 2, so it did hold the tune, so we're going to go to 3 now. Value 3, 1, 2, 3, only 3 values, so it is the right one. We're going to hit OK. And then BEC voltage, running drag force, says 0, which is 2, low voltage, punch setting, brake strength, reverse strength, neutral range, number 10 is on 2. We're going to go back to 1, hit OK. So the 2 changes I made, I went 7 is wide now, and number 10 BEC voltage is 6 volts. Fans on. Oh, steering looked lazy. Oh, it's not too bad. Discussion me and RC Guy Garage had about BEC voltage and receiver. It's the first time the 315 receiver has had 7.4 volts, and is it messing with something? So that's why we're changing that. It's just theories at this point. Let's look at this steering. See, at 6 volts it's still not, it's not slow. Oh look, it didn't nosedive. Oh. Yep, still does it. Still does it. Now it's changing the controller. Was gonna go right to the DX5C, but RC Guy Garage says try the DX3, so we're gonna bind that up and go from there. So I'm gonna set up the other GoPro and we're going to bind this thing, and then I'll have to do the steering calibration and throttle calibration all over again. We'll be right back. All right, having a GoPro malfunction, pulling the batteries out of the SLT3 to put them into my DX3. Now this controller is, I know works because this was my ProMoto DX3 controller, and it should bind up to this no problem, since my ProMoto is on the DX5C now. Come on. Steering is normal. Flywheel is off 100%. Now we gotta go front brake trim, steering sub trim, gotta zero that out. Front brake travel, I'm gonna zero that out. MX, it should be, Doesn't even matter because that'll be AVC on this. Get that out of there. Get these wires out of the way, the cat pack. Normally I would do most of this stuff off camera, but I'm trying to show everybody what it takes because we need power. I didn't bring the jumper, so I'm just going to plug them in over here without the controller on. I'm going to power this thing up so that that's doing that. It's flashing now. We're going to take our bind button and power this thing up. There we go. It, as you see, light went solid. And this one is flashing red. I wonder if it won't let me bind this controller up to it. It will not let me bind up the motorcycle one to it. It's flashing yellow. So this controller's doing me no good. Well, we are going to have to bind up the DX5C because I don't have another one of these near. Right. So I got my DX5C out. These things are a pain in the butt to program any kind of car to it. So we're going to hit OK. Model select. Select. Add new. Do you want to create a new model? Create. Model name says new model. Just so we can bind it. So now that I got my model, I'm going to go down to bind. My down button works, my up doesn't work. Get this over to bind. Then we're going to power this thing up, put the receiver in bind mode again. So it's flashing. Now we're going to hit OK for bind. Keep the radio away from it. There we go. It's all bound up. Steering's backwards, so let's flip that. So I gotta hit OK. Gotta go down to reverse. Steering. Reverse. Right and left is correct. That's correct. Let's go back. Now I'm going to go to my endpoints, but before I do that, I'm going to turn this off. Now that it's bound up, turn my radio off, get my cover put back on, and then I'm going to set up sub trims. But before that I do that, I'm going to turn the voltage back up to 7.4 because that didn't make any difference. So I'd like to put everything back to factory with the tuner because I don't want to change a bunch of stuff and then not know what fixed it. I have a feeling that it's going to be an ESC replacement. at this point, if this controller doesn't fix it. I have my doubts. I mean, it is a better trigger, but I don't know if it's a trigger issue at this point. Could be a software issue that's in the receiver or in the ESC. Could be in the receiver, but I'm leaning towards a ESC. So let's get this stuff put back. So this one power, which is this one, clicks in. Cap pack just shoves in there. There we go, like that. There we go, try that. Now we'll put our settings back to factory. So number 7, we're going to hit value back to 1, which is narrow. Okay, and we're going to take 10 and put it back to 7.4. Okay, and I believe that's all I changed. Everything else should be factory. Oh, I did change low voltage cut, but I'm going to leave low voltage cut turned down. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hold set, hold down the power, put it in program mode. So we're going to set neutral, set full trigger, set full brake, hit set. Now we got to do our endpoints. So go to here, travel, steering, and then I got to go to sub trim, go to steering, and then I got to see which way it's drifting. So it's drifting left, I got to go right. God, that was an awful lot. Sub trim is straight now. Left is terrible. Right is good. Okay. So I'm going to back out of this. Go back to travel. There we go. Left, right. There we go. It is all dialed in on the new controller. Setting up a DX5C is a lot more complicated than just binding and setting those cheap controllers. So I'm going to get you guys put back on my head, and we're going to test this one more time. This is the last thing I can test before either changing the ESC or changing the receiver. We'll be right back. Let's get these batteries plugged back in. And had to charge up the GoPro, running out of GoPro battery. This year I got to buy some GoPro batteries. My batteries are not holding a charge like they used to. All powered up. My workbench. But that's what it takes to set up a controller. So all factory settings back in the ESC, except for low voltage cut. Body still looks like it's leaning over. Oh look, see? It's not supposed to nosedive, it's supposed to roll like that. Oh, it looks like it's fixed. Yep, 100% fixed. Yep. No nosedive now. Oh, nope, it just did it. Man. It's not doing it. I saw it do it once. Nope, it is not doing it. Yep, not doing it. I'm not hitting the brakes on purpose, trying to just power slide it. It is not doing it. Just rolling out now. Had to jam on the brakes. When you let off, it should just continue to roll like that. No more nosedive. Yep. No more nose diving. See, it did it right there. But it's not doing it straight anymore, full trigger. Does it when I turn. Not nearly. Yeah, see, it did it a little bit right there. But not nearly as bad. See, a little bit there, but not much. Not like it was doing. I've been out here testing with these batteries all day. Little bit right there, but not much. Not like it was doing, not like slamming on its brakes. It's power cutting, but it's not, there's no big click. Yeah, it continues to roll. Nothing like it was before. Wow. Thing's ripping right now. I see it a little bit, but I don't see it much. Somebody was saying my springs were real tight, that it doesn't squat. It jumps perfect. Even with the battery tray moved forward, seems to be doing okay. Jumping real good. It's not nose diving off that jump like it was. Yeah, perfect jump now with the battery tray forward. Yep, and the rear springs are squatty. It's not chassis slapping when I'm hitting that bump. Yeah, perfect. It's not chassis slapping going up the curb. No cutting. Trigger feels a lot better on the DX5C. I honestly think it's total control now. Just so much better with a controller. Just a ripper. Little chassis slap there. I don't know. That really feels like it's fixed. I'm gonna get the backs charged up. I'm gonna do a little bit more testing with this controller, but right now I'm not feeling that big nosedive and that loud clunk on the braking. So was it the controller? We'll find out. It definitely way more controllable, way more responsive with the DX5C. Seems like receiver's okay. ESC might be okay. We're gonna charge up some pack, keep ripping it. This video is getting really long. Looks like it's fixed. I can't duplicate it over and over again like a drag brake now. It continues to roll. It's not nose diving like the brake's on. It might be fixed, but time will tell. Comment down below. Think it's fixed? Think it's that cheap controller? Really wish I could have put a DX3 in there, but I'll have to get an automotive one or a car one rather than the Pro Moto one. But I don't know. Seems like something to do with this trigger and this ESC. Now, is this trigger any different than a DX3? I don't know. That's something I couldn't answer today. But leave your comments down below. Having a blast with the big rock. What do you guys think about the batteries move forward? Let's take this body off. Battery tray is all the way forward. Oh, look. Starting to slide a little bit. Tighten that down. But battery tray is forward, so we're not hitting the back of the cage. Right here is where I was hitting. Still, I think we're still hitting. Oh, I don't know if we're hitting the side or anything, but the body seemed like it goes on straight. I don't have to push down there. I mean, the body straight on the bumper now. But there we go. Battery tray forward, new controller, all factory settings. I don't know. We're going to continue to rip it, continue to test it, and make sure that it is okay and that that it is fixed. It seems fixed to me. It feels so much better. I feel like I have way more control with the DX5 Rugged. And it's whether it's the DX5C or the DX5 Rugged, they're the same, other than the guards that are all the way around the thing. I honestly believe the thing is fixed. But we're gonna get it out into the dirt. We're gonna get it jumping now that I can't really replicate it doing it. Hopefully it doesn't do it off any of the jumps. And we're not nosediving anymore, but time will tell. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.